this way. My head matching my bed. You know if I can tell. Yo, man, I got this way.
You know it's time. The scorebug's on the screen. It's time to go, boys. The football season at the Division II level is just about to get underway. It's 12:02 p.m. on the East Coast. Shippensburg, AIC. You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready to go. This is good football weather.
Let's go. New year, new team, same great game of football. Let's get it.
Same great game of football is going to begin with AIC getting the football first. Shippensburg won the coin toss. They elected to defer the option to the second half, and so that means Cephas Williams and company will get the football first. For AIC, they'll go left to right across your screen as we start things off here in quarter number one. And the man to boot it away for the Shippensburg Raider is ready to go. That is Wilson Ingursky, the freshman listed at 5'7", 145. And here he goes. His collegiate career is underway and the season is underway. The football is retrieved by Jedi Foxworth. He's going to weave his way up into the 25, down to the 26-yard line. A good return for Jedi Foxworth. And now Cephas Williams and his offense will take the field for the first time in 2024. Williams, the graduate student out of Milton, Florida, beginning his second campaign with the AIC Yellow Jackets, was good in his experience last year. 885 the passing yard total, 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, completing 46.8% of his passes, averaging 110.6 yards per game. The excellent running back Siddiqui Cohn in the backfield. They'll go and play action on first down, and Brian LaFrance on the slant. It is broken up. Did they say he had it? He did not. What a great break up there by DJ Jackson, the junior out of Philadelphia, to force second down.
The incomplete pass brings up second down. Second and 10 yards.
And you look, Joel, at your experience as a DB. What'd you see from DJ Jackson there?
I mean, I just saw that he was staying with his man. He played his assignment very well, and he was there to break up the pass.
They've got LaFrance in motion. They will hand it to Siddiqui Cohn on second down. He'll weave his way to the middle and then get met on a pile down right around the 28-yard line, a gain of just about 1.
Love the vision by Cohn there. Obviously didn't get as much as he wanted to, but that's what he brings to AIC, is his vision and ability to make those quick cuts.
Siddiqui Cohn last year, second team all-conference, 183 carries for 859 yards and 7 touchdowns, average 78 yards per contest. They'll line up Scooby Hicks in the slot. It is so good for AIC to have him back. Looking for a big year this year. Williams will go underneath to Hicks. He's going to get met nicely and down to the 30 as making a very good tackle is Javon M. Cruz. And that'll be a 3-and-out for AIC, and Shippensburg's defense stands up.
That forced drop there on the first play, that was the difference in the drive. Head coach Mark Macheski is a defensive back for Shippensburg, and he has them playing some of the best third down defense in the country this year as well.
Absolutely.
And so for AIC will be Santana Fonseca, the junior out of Sayreville, New Jersey, to boot it away for the first time. This is Ty Neal calling for the fair catch. It's not going to go nearly as far as he thought. He'll field it at the 36, but they already called a fair catch, so it'll be a fair fielding, and that's where Shippensburg will take over at their own 36-yard line with 92 seconds gone by here in this first quarter. Scoreless here in Springfield. As Shippensburg will send out their offensive unit for the first time today. And quarterback Joey McCracken, the redshirt junior out of Pennsylvania, 6'2", 210. Joining him in the backfield is Josiah Leonard, who played 6 games last year. Did not have much in the way of production, but he's looking for a big year this year. They give it to him on first down. He is not able to swing away from the AIC line.
And that was excellent defensive penetration by AIC's defensive line, getting into the backfield and stopping the run.
Talked to the defensive coaching staff throughout since media day, and they're looking to bring the swarm back, and that was a good way to start right there.
It'll be second down and 12 from the 34-yard line. Clock ticks. 2 minutes gone by here in this first quarter for Joey McCracken. 327 career passing yards in 5 games. As he'll throw it to the right side, it's caught And making the turn and getting just about to the first down marker is Jamin Bryant. Bryant, a deep threat, averages 15.5 yards per reception in his career. 386 yards, and they will give the first down to the Shippensburg Raiders at the 46. Again at 12.
Yellow Jackets running a lot of conservative defense early on, not sending a lot of pressure.
Toby Stokes lined up left slot. Kareem Bryce far side of the screen on the right side of the pattern. Handoff is to Leonard. He'll go right up the gut and is met immediately by Chris Chasia.
Again, excellent point of contact by the defense to get him stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Ben Lazo up front there, then senior nose guard, also had a big, he was a big part of that play too, driving the center back.
So it's second down and 10. Stokes was the initial wideout. He was lined up in the backfield to the direct left of McCracken. Now he slots out. Second and 10. Give it back to Leonard. He's got room on the left side and crosses midfield down to the 44. Eventually brought down at the next level by Willie Wilson, but it's a first down for the Raiders again.
And you got to give credit to the Shippensburg offensive line right there. They sealed the edge very well, and it allowed to get free for the first down.
First down Raiders, first and 10 yards to go.
Leonard just 13.5 yards per game throughout his career. 30 carries for 81 yards, but he's made a big impact here on this first drive. Snap it for McCracken, hand it right back to Leonard. He'll go into the middle and is brought down by both Mo Diakite and Ben Lazo. Two of the more senior players on AIC's defense. You talk about Mo Diakite. How about 67 tackles a year ago?
I mean, that's incredible for a defensive back.
It's a gain of 1 to the 43-yard line. And second down and 9 upcoming. McCracken working out of the gun through each of his snaps so far. And he'll roll to his right immediately on second down. He's going to tuck it and run. He got a great block from his running back, Leonard, and slides forward.
If you're AIC, though, you'll absolutely take that. Their defensive backs had a nice zone bracketing both the wide receivers. McCracken couldn't make that easy throw that he's made a couple times on this drive already.
Absolutely. Staying in there with their assignments, excellent coverage.
Third down and 7, third and medium, some might quantify. They got Toby Stokes in the backfield lined up. The wide receiver, this is interesting here. Stokes does have 29 rushing attempts in his career. The transfer from St. Francis, Pennsylvania in the Northeast Conference, his first game at the Division II level. Now he's sent out wide as McCracken looks to throw. He's going to loft this one deep down the left side, and he overthrows his man. He was looking for the tight end, Gavin Pritchard. But that one a little long for him, and it's fourth down and 7.
And the defense got a little lucky there because McCracken just overthrew his man because he had his man beat deep.
Give credit to defensive end for AIC there, the junior Michael Grant. He kind of forced McCracken to make that deep throw and make it a little bit higher than he would have liked. AIC able to rush 4 there and actually get pressure home, which is why this drive is over.
Tanner Luther, the redshirt junior out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, is standing on his own 44-yard line, ready to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep is Amin Hanks, who in his career has not yet returned a punt. There's a flag immediately. This might be. Wow. They let the play clock expire, and AIC just got gifted 5 yards.
But if you're Shippensburg, we see this happen at the NFL level sometimes. They'll take a delay when you're in this area and try to give your punter a better chance of pinning the guy deep.
Absolutely.
Luther's had 23 punts go inside the 20-yard line in his career. He's a transfer from Eastern Michigan in the MAC. Averages 36.6 yards per punt. Here goes this one. Hanks calling for the fair catch. He is pinned deep at the 10. And doing his job, as you mentioned, Oliver, is Tanner Luther. AIC will get the football back. We'll be back in 30 seconds after a quick breather on the NE10 Now Network, powered by Flow Sports. First down for AIC. Cephas Williams has nowhere to go. He eludes one tackle, avoids the safety, and throws it away. And what pressure immediately put on by Luke Hines, the redshirt freshman in his first career game, nearly causing a stir in the back end zone.
You got to give credit to Shippensburg's defense there. They forced a lot of pressure, and Williams just had to throw it away and avoid disaster.
And he does avoid disaster. Second down and 10. Flip it to Siddiqui Cone. He's got a block from the right tackle. Swings inside and is down north of the 10. We'll see where they spot it. It'll be a modest gain of 2.
Shippensburg, number 44, Terrence Peterson Jr. 2-yard gain to the 11-yard line. It is 3rd and 8 for AIC.
AIC going 3 and out on their first drive, looking to avoid having that happen here on their second. Line of scrimmage is the 11. Cone is the back. Williams has time. Pressure breaks down, but he's got room to run up in front of him. He's down to the 26, and Cephas Williams with beautiful eye-reading vision gets himself with his own legs a first down for AIC, a gain of 14.
And I know we talk about what Siddiqui Cone can do running the ball, but I loved his ability to block and help give Cephas a little extra time to make that read there.
An excellent awareness by Williams to step up and run.
AIC out of their deep territory. Oh, that's got to be a free play here. Williams has all kinds of time, and the pass is caught by Fatir Bell.
Wow.
And he's still fighting for the extra yardage. What a play. They got the Shippensburg Raiders to jump it. Fatir Bell down to the 34. A gain of 41.
Fatir Bell was the team's leading receiver last year. He caught 21 passes, 400.
Defense, number 95. That penalty is declined. The result of the play was a first down.
21 receptions, 433 yards, and 2 scores.
Finally seeing Devin Arthur get into the game here. Yellow Jackets have been running a lot of shotgun looks early on. Now watch what Arthur does to try and get open in the middle of the field.
They got Giovanni Brown lined up near side. Williams, the quarterback. With Fatir Bell, we've got a lot to talk about him. He was probably the best story out of AIC's football season last year. Buried on the depth charts, and then ends up being the team's leading receiver. Omari Hutchinson in motion. Handoff is to Siddiqui Cone. He gets some positive yardage and fights his way down to the 30.
Excellent vision by Cone to find a lane and pick up extra yardage.
There's a reason why at least half the NFL has sent scouts here to watch this Yellow Jackets team, and Siddiqui Cone is a huge part of that so far.
Including the Seattle Seahawks most recently a couple weeks back. Gain of 4 for Cone. After the big 41-yard pickup on the free play by Fatir Bell. High snap, Williams has it. Quick throw, Omari Hutchinson. Left side, he's down inside the 30. Down to the 26, a gain of 4. So Omari Hutchinson, the junior out of West Orange, New Jersey, hit 13 catches, 184 yards last year, 2 touchdowns, but he is a big play threat. He's got some serious speed. You can just see him jogging on the field, and it looks like most people's sprint speed. Fatir Bell, circle him. If we had a telestrator, we would circle him on the screen right now. He's lined up against Xavier Moore. 3rd down and 2. They will run it with Cone. Oh, what a block! Siddiqui Cone is gone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. And that was all the offensive line right there.
Absolutely. The offensive line did an excellent job sealing the edge, and I mean, on that one, Cone just had a free lane into the end zone.
And for AIC, the offensive line is a really young crew. Rodney Judkins, the left guard. James Delva, the left tackle. Freshmen and sophomores with limited action with major plays to get AIC their first points.
And we talk about Siddiqui Cone and his vision. Shippensburg's been able to get home and stop him on a lot of these plays early on. Not there. he made the right read and he was gone. He took advantage of Shippensburg playing up and not having a lot of safeties back out of the box almost.
The point after from Santana. Fonseca is good, and so the score, 7-0 AIC Yellow Jackets, thanks to second-team all-conference running back Siddiqui Cone, and getting the job done on offense for the Yellow Jackets. We'll take a 30-second break here on Flow Football and be back in a moment.
Hours notice by myself 2 years ago. I still remember that. You're doing amazing.
Thank you. I'll let you talk more.
It's all good.
Back team to return for Shippensburg, number 4, Toby Stokes, and number 6, Tanner Hess.
Fonseca to boot it away as Shippensburg will have to play from behind for the first time today. As out to return this one and making a big return. Holy smokes, hold the phone here, folks. This is one of the defensive players for, this is Tanner Hess, excuse me, for Shippensburg. He's not listed as a returner, but holy smokes, how about that return for Shippensburg to get them already into AIC territory. They're already at the 27-yard line.
And I mean that the return team on that for Shippensburg did an excellent job up front, making up those blocks. And Asan Jacobs, he makes a great play to avoid Hess going all the way.
And on that return, it was that kick had a lot of hang time to it, so Shippensburg had plenty of time to set up their blocks and set up what they wanted to do.
Well, how about a gift wrap opportunity? Thanks to your second string running back, Tanner Hess, who puts his offense and Joey McCracken in prime position to capitalize right after AIC scored. Toby Stokes in motion, breaks a tackle from Mark Wright Woodhouse, but is met right there. Josiah Narcisse, a big loss on first down. He's all the way back at the 37, a loss of 9.
His teammates call him Chippy, and he was Chippy there. He was where he needed to be in the backfield.
Well, actually spotted the 34, a loss of 6, but still, you want to talk about a moment that can be undone in an instant. Joel, you know better than anybody, defense.
And this defense is stepping up and doing the dirty work. And
Josiah Leonard getting the handoff. He'll go up the middle and just about back to the original line of scrimmage. He's down at the 29.
But the defense is up here doing the dirty work in the backfield, stopping the run. And really, this is going to be a big play for AIC defensively. If you can get a stop here on third down, that would definitely swing the momentum in your favor going forward.
And this is your time to shine, Joel. It's the DBs. It's the onus on them right now. This is probably a passing down, third down and 11. What are you looking for here?
I'm looking for the cornerbacks and the safeties to play their assignments well and cover this play up.
They're going to throw for it on third down. McCracken flushed out of the pocket, just has to throw it away. And that starts with the defensive line. It's good job by the corners and the safeties to work their assignments well, but then it's a whole team effort, but we got a penalty marker as well.
Ineligible receiver downfield, number 55 of the offense. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
Well,
called Michael Grant's name a few times today, and he was in the backfield there again on that.
And the defensive line, it's big because not only the cornerbacks and the safeties doing their job, the defensive line getting pressure on the quarterback is so crucial to.
Tanner Luther into attempt the 46-yard
is so
field
crucial.
goal.
And now they have to settle for a field goal attempt.
46-yard try for Tanner Luther. His career long is 31. He's 1 for 1 in his career, and here is the boot. He's got the leg. Does he have the angle? He does. And Shippensburg will get on the board at 7-3 with 4 minutes and 29 seconds to go in the first quarter. AIC leading by 4. And looking at the way that return set up that previous drive from Tanner Hess, guys, I think AIC is going to be very happy with the way their defense stood up.
Absolutely. You go from what we were thinking could have been an easy touchdown for Shippensburg to a tough field goal. You take that any day. Now, how AIC can respond and maybe get a longer drive together here is something I'll be watching. Look for maybe Devin Arthur to get more involved as this game goes on. He just played in his first drive of the year on the last one there.
Offensively and defensively, AIC wants to set the tone of this game. And really, this next drive here, you could set the tone. You could set a very good tone going forward. We saw the touchdown drive earlier on that, highlighted by the 40-plus yard play to Fatir Bell from Williams. So let's see how AIC's offense does on this possession.
And we talked to, when we talked to these coaches at Media Day, they talked about adjustments and in-game adjustments. Now they have a little more data. How can they respond?
Wilson and Gursky to boot it away. Siddiqui Cone and Scooby Hicks back deep to receive it. End over end boot, and AIC will be content to take it. Oh, goodness, we got some fisticuffs. Oh, goodness, we got some extracurricular blocking.
It looked like
on the back end there. And here comes some of the penalty flags for
29 for Shippensburg, and I didn't see who it was.
It was Ellen Houston, the junior DB for AIC, and Josh Cordoba for Shippensburg, and this will be a little bit to sort out.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 29 in the kicking team. That penalty says 15 yards, first down.
And I saw DeSalvo momentarily in that brawl, but he since left that brawl.
So this will actually start up at the 40, marking off the penalty yardage. And the officials are just about to spot it there. Touchback to the 25 plus 15. There it is at the 40. 4:29 to go, and that's just undisciplined right there. It's the first quarter of the season. You got to keep your motions about you.
Absolutely.
And you talk about Shippensburg. They played a lot of their games close last year. Lost most of their games by 1 possession or less. That's a huge penalty for the Raiders there.
First down, quick to the outside. Scooby Hicks has his first catch, but goes nowhere as he's bottled up by DJ Jackson.
And that was a great play by DJ Jackson. He read the play, came up, and tackled Hicks for a loss.
He beat Brian LaFrance there on what looked like almost like a mini bubble screen kind of.
And you could see LaFrance was very frustrated with the outcome of that one. He stomped his feet in frustration there. And now AIC will bring in Judah Varfley, the second string running back here on 2nd down and 11. Williams will drop back, way back. He's going to go deep for this one. He wants him, and it's Bell, and it's broken up nicely. What a play from Xavier Moore. The redshirt freshman has his first career PBU, and you want to talk about a guy who can get it done. And Xavier Moore is that guy. Phillipsburg High School grad, had 10 defensive touchdowns his senior year, and is also a track and field athlete.
Absolutely. And on that play, he had excellent coverage and was in the right position to knock that ball down. Excellent defensive coverage and just an amazing play defensively for Shippensburg.
Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 11. Williams go underneath with this one to Hicks. He's got good speed. He's going to try and turn to the outside. He won't get there. Down to about the 45, where the tackle is made jointly by Nate Myers and Xavier Moore.
Varfley had a good block to give him a little more room. Just too many Raiders in the area for him on that one.
And so AIC is not able to make anything of this drive, despite starting at the 40. They make it 6 yards and go 3 and out.
And 3rd down, Shippensburg's 3rd down defense was some of the best in the country.
Yes, it was. 26.4% 3rd down conversions allowed. That was 5th nationally. Fonseca to boot it away. It's a line drive kick tailing to the far side. It's going to take an AIC hop and fielded right away by Ty Neal, who returns it for a couple of yards to the 22.
Neal on the return.
2:54 to go in the first quarter. AIC on the strength of a Siddiqui Cone touchdown has 7. A Tanner Luther field goal makes it 7-3. And guys, what are you seeing so far in this game?
We talked about AIC's defense and them kind of adjusting to what Shippensburg is doing. Love how Ben Lazo's been playing early on. He's really been setting the center for AIC in this defense to let their DNs, linebackers kind of do what they've been doing. They've been in the backfield a lot today.
And I mean, AIC, or Shippensburg's defense has been doing an excellent job against this AIC offense.
First down for Joey McCracken. Handoff to Tanner Hess, who had the big return earlier, goes into the pile and gains about a yard.
For the Raiders, number 6,
Sean Bell coming out of the pile, as well as Nevin Earl, who had 2 sacks in last year's home finale for AIC against Post. He was very excited about that. There was a social media post that AIC football pulled up and asking a bunch of players what their favorite memory was, and Nevin Earl, 2 sacks in a game. You're never going to say no to that. McCracken will hand this one off again. No, he's going to keep it, and he's brought down by Lazo and Grant.
The defense was not fooled on that one. They did an amazing job keeping their eyes on McCracken. Excuse me.
It's third down.
It's been really interesting for AIC on defense is most of these plays where they've been getting pressure, they haven't had to send a lot of extra guys. They've been getting home with 3 or 4.
Hess the back. 3rd and 6. Just 3 lined up front. And it's a 3-man rush. McCracken steps up in the pocket, rolls to his right, pursued by a couple, and is not able to get the yardage necessary. He's pushed out of bounds by Mark Wright Woodhouse and Tyson Thornton to the 25-yard line, and this will result in a punt, a gain of 1.
Excellent defensive coverage. They did a really good job just staying with McCracken and forcing him out of bounds short of the first down.
Again, this defensive line able to get home with 3. Coach Rick Estevan and Coach Hulk on the defensive line. His units had a big impact today so far.
Luther to punt it. This is a decent punt. Hank's going to back up, catch it at the 33, and immediate tackle. What a play on special teams. That's Josh Lassane, the starting safety, who played 2 years at D3 Susquehanna, including 20 tackles, 4 PBUs, and 2 INTs last year. And making a big impact in his first game as a Raider.
That punt looked like it almost fooled Hanks a little bit. It died at the last. It kind of died on him at the last second. Led him right into that right into the person who made the tackle.
Credit to Shippensburg's coverage unit to get him down.
AIC will begin from their own 32-yard line. Cephas Williams and company. 49 seconds to go in the first quarter of a 7-3 ball game. Handoff to Siddiqui Cone, goes right up the gut.
For the Yellow Jackets, number 3,
and
Siddiqui Cone.
Maybe a yard back to the line of scrimmage.
Two-yard gain to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 8 for AIC.
We've been talking.
Now it's
they'll have one more play before the first quarter expires. Difference between the clocks about 3 seconds. Play action. Williams drops back, rolls to his left, throws a deep ball. He's got Brian LaFrance. It's underthrown, and that's going to be interference.
All day. And he didn't need to do that. He did not need to do that there.
No.
DJ Jackson, that ball was underthrown. If he turned around, he might be able to pick that off.
If you're not turning around for the ball, if you're playing the man and not the ball, they're going to call that flag almost every single time.
Pass interference, defense, number 1. That penalty is set 15 yards from the previous spot. First down.
And Cephas Williams' mobility has been an underrated thing for AIC in this first quarter. His ability to extend plays has been a little bit Lamar Jackson-like early on, I would say.
He's gotten out of trouble a few times.
And they got
free play again.
They got him to jump. Williams wants a deep ball. He wants Bell again. This one's accurate, and it is juggled and incomplete. It'll be 5 yards instead of what could have been, what are we talking here, 36. And that'll come to the close of the first quarter. They'll have an time down because of a defensive penalty.
Offside, defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty. It will remain first down. That is the end.
They will not.
Of the first period.
And it'll be the end of the first quarter as AIC leads 7-3 and drawing a little bit of undiscipline from Shippensburg. We'll be back in 90 seconds with the second quarter here on Flow Football from Springfield. Second quarter just about to get underway. They'll switch sides. AIC going right to left on your screen as the second quarter just about to get underway. Cephas Williams and his offense with a first down and 5 after the offsides and the free play. We'll have them at the 46-yard line of the opposing Raiders. 7-3 after one. A touchdown from Siddiqui Cone getting AIC on the board. Williams going to take off. He's got room in front of him, then bumps into his own man and goes down at about the 42. Or the 38, excuse me. I think it was Omari Hutchinson trying to assess a block there, and Williams just kind of rear-ended him.
I mean, again, excellent ability from Williams to get out of that and to pick up another first down for AIC.
And this offensive line for AIC has been instrumental in giving Cephas and Siddiqui time today to do what they do.
The run game has been good. The passing game has been good. Sneaking around in motion is Josh Lassane. Williams on the keeper again. This one goes nowhere.
Quarterback keeper on the tackle for Shippensburg, number 90, Peyton Stadler.
Shippensburg is having to run these aggressive fronts. They disguise the defensive black blitz. Cephas had to adjust for it, and they got home with one of their base linemen there by sending the extra guys. If you're AIC, you're going to try and exploit that and take a few quick hitting outs, something to get around that here soon.
Stadler on the TFL sends Williams back 3 yards to the 42. Handoff. Cone swings behind his center, DJ Neesmith, and goes in through the pile down to 2 yards in front of the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 8 from the 37.
And on that play, it looked like Cohen was stuffed up behind his own offensive lineman, but he manages to get off of him and pick up a few yards.
Yeah, it almost seems like he was kind of using his offensive lineman to guide him a little bit, like he had his hand on his back there.
Inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. It is
they certainly love to block for him.
8 yards to go for AIC.
AIC generally does not go with any empty sets. They got Cone in the backfield. 3 receivers to the right. Four-man rush. Williams goes underneath. Cone's got this one. swings away from one tackler, loses the football. He picks it back up. This is going to be 4th down, but AIC keeping the football is important here, and that's something that you and I, Joel, talked to Coach Chipka about before the game. Ball security, protecting the football is important.
Absolutely. Turnovers in any football game are a huge momentum change for the defense or for the defense. Getting those turnovers, and it really gives you a boost of momentum. So it was excellent that AIC was at least able to get back on top of it.
But if you're AIC there, you're looking to get at least 3 out of that, where Siddiqui initially had the ball and they caused the fumble on him. If he goes down there, AIC may have a chance at a long field goal.
Fonseca to boot it away. This one's tailing to the left side. Where will they spot it? It looks like it's inside the 10.
Nice kick.
It is at the 10.
Nice kick.
Good punt for Santana Fonseca. Goes out of bounds at the 10, and that will give Joey McCracken another chance to take the football down the field. And something that you wanted to highlight, Oliver, was particularly the linebacking core, highlighted by special teams coordinator and linebackers coach Dan Woolman.
This linebacking core, they go after their linebackers coach Woolman. As you said, he's wearing lightning shades, and he's all about bringing the energy. He'll run around during warm-ups and do what he needs to do. He's bringing the energy, and this linebacking core for AIC, no matter who it is, has been bringing the energy and playing off the strong defensive line play they've had early on.
Tanner Hess the back from the 10. Hess right up the gut, gets a great block from his line, and down to the 15.
Tripped up on the play by number 91, Justin Jacobs.
Looks like AIC is playing these 3-man fronts more and more. They're expecting Shippensburg to try these play action where they've been more successful, and they're trying to kind of guard against that a little bit.
Play clock at 14 as AIC shifts on defense. They got 3 directly up front. And they rush 4. McCracken under pressure. There was an unopened man, and it's incomplete, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Alex Ruffey.
And that was Marquise Lundy on the coverage. Marquise Lundy did an excellent job staying with his man and really just staying inside on the receiver and affecting the throw and the catch.
And Tyson Thornton with the pressure, forcing the pass into the tight window there.
McCracken calling out the plays. Thornton backs off. Just a 3-man rush on 3rd down. Dump it to the flat. Tanner Hess goes nowhere, and he's brought down by the aforementioned Thornton. And a loss on the play will give a punt opportunity for AIC. They force a 3-and-out.
And Thornton's been amazing for AIC. Last year he had 10 tackles for a loss. He had 59 total tackles. He's just been excellent for AIC's defense.
I'll say no gain on the play, so it won't go in as a TFL, but it's a TFNG tackle for no gain, and now Tanner Luther to boot it away. Amin Hanks parked at his own 48-yard line, ready to receive it. Oh, that was close. It's a good punt that sends Hanks back. He's going to field it at the 41. And gets brought down immediately nicely by Ryan Orr, the tight end, special teams gunner.
Right at the 39.
Return of -2 yards as Dan Chipka has a meeting with his offense that convenes on the near side. 10 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first half.
Jackets on the 40-yard line.
Looks like Shippensburg is expecting a run here up the middle with how close they're playing to the line.
Well, it's play action Williams. It is a run, just not the way they expected, and Williams has a modest gain. Brought down on the near side. That's Javon M. Cruz making the tackle, who last year had 58 tackles, including 5.5 for losses. And a fumble forced, a fumble recovered, and an INT as well. The senior from Rahway, New Jersey. Starting linebacker.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And it's going to give AIC a first down.
15 yards from the end of the run, automatic first down.
AIC's had a bunch of first downs via penalty today, and for Shippensburg, you can only play like this so much.
Looks like Coach Shipka was standing by the side referee who was about to make that call and almost waiting for it, too.
Absolutely. Shippensburg has to play smarter on defense.
First down inside Raiders territory. LaFrance has it, gets a block from Cone, and is brought down is LaFrance by the linebacker Connor Black.
Number 9, Eli Gemish-Louie, and number 37, Connor Black.
And on first down, you'll take the 5-6 yard gain, make it a second and manageable.
It's about chipping away. You got 3 chances, right?
3 chances and 4 chances if you really want to go for it here and be aggressive.
Well, for AIC, they might only have 2 because we're talking about the 5th-ranked third down defense from a year ago. They got a man in motion. It's Giovanni Brown trying the jet sweep, and it is blown up, but there's a flag on the play as well. We'll see where this goes.
On the reverse around the right side.
This could be an offensive penalty.
Penalty marker on the field.
Looked like a hold on one of those side blockers out there.
Holding, number 32 offense.
Correct.
That 10-yard penalty will be assessed in the previous spot. We're going to repeat second down.
And so now it'll be 2nd and 16 instead of 3rd and single digits.
And for the second drive in a row, AIC gets on the edge of field goal range and has a play, be it a fumble or a big loss like here, that takes them out of it. Now they have to they got to get back in there. Now they got 2 plays to do so.
Shippensburg, a team that allows 22.5 points per game, 287.5 yards per game. You can just see they basically flat as they line up at the line of scrimmage. Quick screen out of the reach of Siddiqui Cone. And meanwhile, Mike Fayemi is asking the AIC bench something, not entirely sure what, but it's a 3rd down and very long here.
Perhaps what time the Patriots play tomorrow.
Even if Cone catches that pass, he probably gets tackled for a loss.
Exactly. Shippensburg's defense has been most successful on those little screen and bubble plays early on and reading them before how aggressive they've been.
Third down and 15, 8:48 to go in the second quarter of a 7-3 game. Williams goes underneath with this one. Ball is low, but picked up by Scooby Hicks. He is down inside the 40, but that's not nearly enough to get them out of deep punt territory. It would be a 59-yard try from there, and or 57-yard try from there. They're going to punt.
Yeah, that's the second, the second drive in a row where AIC has had a chance. You're going to look at the box score. You're not going to see it as a turnover, but it sure feels like one to lose 6 points in 2 drives like that, so at least a chance at it.
We've got to highlight the Shippensburg defense on this drive. Despite committing some penalties, they stood up. Fonseca boots it away. Ty Neal waiting for it. Calls for the fair catch and has it at the 12. With 8:01 to go, Shippensburg looking to get the end zone for the first time. We'll see if they can, as Joey McCracken will take the field with his offense in 30 seconds. They've made a quarterback change. Welcome back to Abdel Field. They've made a quarterback change, have the Shippensburg Raiders, bringing in
Number 50
Sam
offense.
Stoner.
5-yard penalty.
And
Remains.
already Stoner will be dealt a poor hand as his offensive lineman, Josh Graper, the right guard, jumps early. So Sam Stoner,
from the 7.
the sophomore, 5'11", 210 out of York, Pennsylvania, will play action on first down. It's a left-handed quarterback, Joel. Got to remember this as the catch is made by Gavin Pritchard. Back to about the original line of scrimmage. And Joel, you and I were talking before the game. You were remarking about how different it is to play with a left-handed quarterback.
Absolutely. With a left-handed quarterback, the ball is going to be spinning from right to left as opposed to a right-handed quarterback, more conventional, which is going to spin from left to right. So it is an adjustment for the receivers to catch left-handed balls.
Handoff right up the middle. Leonard's got some hard-fought yards. Sean Bell on the tackle down at the 19. A gain of 4. It's third and decent.
The ball at the 19-yard line. It's third down.
And we'll see if the penalty hurts Shippensburg, but AIC shifting. They got 3 up front. Stoner, far side, broken up.
What a read
Asin Jacobs. The intended receiver was Jamin Bryant, but Asin Jacobs has his 3rd career PBU.
And we mentioned Jacobs. He was the one who had that tackle on the long kickoff return for Shippensburg earlier. That's his 2nd really big play of the day.
He's been making an impact on special teams and defense today.
For Shippensburg is number 41, Tanner Luther. Back deep to return for the Yellow Jackets, number 18, Amin Hicks.
And now another punt. Another 3 and out. Luther. Oh, this is not a good punt. This ball's going to land 15 yards in front of Hanks, and it takes an unfortunate bounce. That was off the foot. That should have been dead. I think it looked like it hit the foot of Terrence Patterson Jr.
First down, 10 yards to go.
But it'll be at the opposing 46-yard line.
That tomorrow at noon, AIC women's soccer is in action here at Abdel Field, taking on
Cephas Williams
Taylor.
and the crew.
Again, that's AIC women's soccer here tomorrow at noon.
With the 3 phases of the game, offense, defense, special teams. Special teams is so big because even on that punt, you see how important and impactful special teams are to the game of football, and flipping the field and setting the offense up in bad position. But AIC is in excellent position right now in opposing territory.
And they've had that for the last few drives now. They got to be able to convert on one of these, or Shippensburg will eventually. They're going to get one maybe.
Fake the handoff. Williams going to use his legs and gets
Williams on the
back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 1, DJ Jackson.
And DJ Jackson with the tackle. There's an injured Raider on the field. That's Luke Hines, who is down at the 46-yard line and going to be quickly attended to. Luke Hines, the redshirt freshman out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, out of Lampeter Strasburg High School. Young man listed at 6'2", 215. Get some help to get up. And is clearly able to put some weight on that right leg. Good sight to see as he will limp off the field, but fortunately under his own power.
For the Raiders, number 98, Luke Hines.
You hate to see injuries so early in the year.
And Shippensburg doesn't have exactly a whole lot of depth at the defensive line position now, and how, if you're AIC while Luke Hines is out, how do you take advantage of that moving
from the
forward?
Shippensburg 46
Certainly be a big impact.
They've got a couple of freshmen in Ty Milheims and Trevor Watts, along with TJ Wagner and AJ Katrakazis. 2nd and 10. Williams rolls out, throws underneath. There are going to be holding penalties here.
Holding on the left guard for AIC, I believe.
Yeah, it's Rodney Judkins who knocked down his man. This is going to not. This is, well, it's 3rd and 10. Do they accept this?
Holding.
Yeah.
Number 51 offense.
Yes.
Absolutely.
10-yard penalty. Repeat, 2nd down.
It appears Judkins tackled his man to the ground.
He did. Too much pancake.
There's only so much pancaking you can do.
The 10-yard penalty moves the ball back into Yellow Jacket territory to the 44-yard line. It remains 2nd down, now 20 yards to go.
And credit this coaching staff at Shippensburg. They made some adjustments after the AIC touchdown drive and have kind of contained AIC's offense minus the penalties for the most part since then.
It's Mike Burkett, the defensive coordinator, in his 23rd season. They'll just run it on 2nd down, and Siddiqui Cone gains a yard.
And yeah, the defensive adjustments made by Shippensburg has been excellent. I mean, AIC's offense has been stymied the past few drives. So big credit to AIC's, or Shippensburg, excuse me, Shippensburg's defensive coaching staff. They've made some good adjustments here.
And if you're AIC, they maybe in the second half, maybe you run a few more sets under center. You exploit the physicality of your offensive line as maybe a way to make Shippensburg pay for some of these adjustments.
Creeping in on 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Play action, quick throw. Amin Hanks has it, and he's got it close to the 1st down marker, maybe a yard or two shy. And they're going to ask for it. They're giving it to him. Amin Hanks, a 1st down. What a fake by Cephas Williams, though.
Excellent work by Hanks to get inside, find space, and Williams found him, and they now have a new set of downs to work with. Just an excellent job offensively.
The vision of Cephas today has been a thing to watch.
Running and passing.
Well, he's going to throw here. He's going to loft it down the far side. He wants Bell again.
Oh,
he's got it, and he's going to stumble his way into the end zone. Fatir Bell, what a play.
He mossed him.
Fatir Bell. Fatir Bell has been such an amazing playmaker for AIC. And there Williams just said, hey, I got a free play. I'm going to give my guy a chance. And the concentration by Fatir Bell on that play, that catch, was excellent. And after he made the catch, all he had to do was stumble into the end zone.
Joel, there was no flag on that play either. That wasn't a free play. Cephas took that shot.
I was, honestly,
no flag.
I was wondering if there was going to be an OPI there, but Fatir Bell navigated the line so well as Fonseca puts in the point after try. 14-3 after an energetic throw from Cephas Williams gets AIC back in the end zone. Fatir Bell, well, he might be unmossed on Monday morning. Holy smokes, what a play.
His physicality and concentration, I mean, that was on full display on that play.
And one thing that this staff and players all mentioned to me at Media Day is body language. Look at Coach Chipka. Look at every single one of these coaches. Their attitudes have not changed from when it's been 14-3 to when Shippensburg was on the verge of scoring a touchdown after their big kick return early on. The body language of this coaching staff and these players has been impeccable. They talked about building that new culture. This is how you do it.
And body language does say a lot. And AIC appears to be in the driver's seat in that department. Great energy.
And now Joel for the defense. What's next?
I think
Stokes on the retrieval. Well, hold on a minute here. Oh, what a hit! Oh, my goodness. That was a light up like Christmas time. Oh, my goodness. How about that tackle from Willie Wilson?
That's the physicality that coaches love to see.
Oh, goodness. And I did not think that it would be possible to get this crowd any more hyped up than what the touchdown was. And then that happened.
Absolutely. I mean, The energy has just been excellent, and he got laid out there.
I felt that from here. You were DB, dude. What did you lay out? Did you dish any big ones yourself?
I didn't dish any big ones myself, but I was on the receiving end of a few of them, and they were not fun whatsoever.
Oh, man.
You do not want 200, 300-pound guys running at you full speed.
First throw of the drive is caught by Carson Swartz, his first career catch. Willie Wilson is listed at 6'0", 185 pounds. He's a safety playing linebacker, but a gunner on special teams. Oh, man, that's a 185-pound man laying out a 500-pound hit. I'm not going to forget that one anytime soon. I don't think either you are either.
No, absolutely not. I think in Shippensburg, to their credit, they have a really nice crowd here today. The Shippensburg fans on the other side will not forget that one either.
Leonard through the hole, brought down by a couple. That's 3 men. It's Sean Bell, joined by David Eppinger and J.J. Gonzalez. It'll be a 3rd down and 7 coming up, or 3rd down and 6. To the 31, the line to gain the 37.
Both defenses have been physical, and that's on full display here in this game. It's really a defensive slugfest because outside of those 2 touchdown drives by AIC.
And that's the Dan Woolman show, Oliver, that
Absolutely.
you talked about.
All of the energy. This defense, these linebackers are playing like lightning right now.
Stoner flushed out of the pocket. He's got room in front of him. If he wants to take off, he's going to throw for it. Left-hander throw, nearly picked off. Where is it? It is
picked off.
It's intercepted. It's Willie Wilson. What a drive for 29.
And it looked like that pass was deflected, and it landed in his hands. And, I mean, when the ball's right there for you, take it and go.
Holy smokes, Willie Wilson, have yourself a drive. He's just in his 2nd career game, and he makes a huge hit, gets an interception that was tipped by Mo Diakite, and AIC's body language. This is something that their men's basketball coach, Andy Burkholder, loves to talk about, body language. What is the bench providing? What are you providing? How much energy are you providing? How about this energy?
Absolutely. I mean, it really just appears that it's a total team effort in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams.
And even on AIC's worst play, you've seen the whole team make an effort to try and solve it. And here goes Siddiqui Cone.
Siddiqui Cone up the middle. Stays on his feet. He's got a 1st down, and he's inside the 30. That was nowhere. There was nowhere to go for him. That was ticketed for a yard maybe. But then Siddiqui Cone manufactures a decade. And this could be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. 2:26 to go on the game clock, 30 seconds to go on the play clock. We'll see if AIC tries to draw Shippensburg off sides. They've done it a couple of times successfully today.
I believe both of their touchdowns were off of free plays for them. They're excellent. Williams with his cadence.
The second one certainly looked like a free play, but we didn't see a flag there.
They're going to snap it before the 2. Siddiqui Cone, Wood in the green grass. He's inside the 20. They're going to spot him at the 20 exactly. Into the red zone goes AIC at the 2-minute timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 1 when we come back here on the NE10 Now Network, powered by Flow Sports.
2-minute timeout.
For their home fans.
We welcome you back to Abdow Field. Siddiqui Cohn has been the centerpiece of this drive, but on 2nd and 1, he goes nowhere as he's bottled up immediately at the line of scrimmage. Connor Black joined by a couple, including Ellie Gamish-Louie.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 1 for the Yellow Jackets.
And Javon M. Cruz. Fortunate that Cohn was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's a big test here for Shippensburg, trying to avoid going down by more than 2 possessions.
Let's see if that 3rd down defense can do its job.
They allowed 26.5% last year, but this is going to be a first down for Cohn. He's inside the 15, gets tugged by the jersey, and is down at, what do we got, the 12-yard line. A gain of 8 for Siddiqui Cohn.
Could have been a potential horse collar on that, where they got him.
I think it was at the back, at the bottom of the jersey, not a...
Inside the 15 to the 13
by the shirt tail.
Yeah.
First down, AIC.
Fair, but what again, we talk about it all day. The vision of Cohn has been one of the big keys today.
Well, he'll get a snap of rest as Judah Varfleet checks in at the tailback spot. 13 seconds to go on the play clock. Under a minute to go here in Q2. Williams is going to throw for it on first down. He's looking to the end zone, and Fatir Bell's got his 2nd. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
And on that play, Fatir Bell, again, he beats his defender. He beats DJ Jackson on that play. And, I mean, really, he just had so much open space around him. And DJ Jackson just lost him.
And time, this AIC offensive line, again, able to adjust to all the different blitzes and things Shippensburg's sending. Doesn't matter.
A 13-yard touchdown pass from Cephas Williams, his 2nd passing touchdown of the day. And Fonseca tacks on the 7th. It's 21-3, and it's become a 3-possession game in the 2nd quarter. 45 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. And a drive that really was orchestrated, Joel, by Siddiqui Cohn.
Absolutely. Siddiqui Cohn's ball carrying vision is impeccable. Today, his vision has been incredible. He's had that incredible vision, but also his ability to break out of contact and stay on his feet to get extra yardage after first contact. That's really been the story, is the offensive line especially helping Cohn out, and they've been imposing their will up front equally.
Cephas Williams is 11 for 15 with 129 and 2 touchdowns. Siddiqui Cohn, 11 carries for 67 yards. Fatir Bell, 3 grabs for 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. And for what it's worth, Fatir Bell's on pace for a career high. His career high is 143 yards after averaging 20.5 yards per grab a season ago. It's Hess. Does he got another piece of big magic in him? He does not this time. He's down to the 24, and with 37 seconds to go, we'll see if offensive coordinator Keywan Ware decides to be aggressive and try and manufacture some points here.
And credit Santana Fonseca for making the adjustment. That kick had a lot more hang time to it, and I appreciate his directional efforts to give his coverage team a little more time. Worked out really well for him there.
1st and 10 for the Raiders from the 24-yard line.
It's McCracken back at quarterback.
It's interesting that they made that change from McCracken to Stoner, and now they're back to McCracken, so let's see what he's got up his sleeve.
Shippensburg has just 21 passing yards.
The pass defense for AIC has been excellent. Corners and safeties have been doing their job. Defensive line as well, forcing pressure.
They're going to run it with Tanner Hess. He's got the ability to make some magic, and he's upended by Mo Diakite just around the 34-yard line. It'll be a first down, and the clock should stop.
Nope, not a first down.
It should be. Oh, wow. They're going to say he's inches short.
9-yard gain, 2nd and 1 for Shippensburg.
He's inches short. They got the ball spot at the 34. The Chain Gang has it at the 34.5. This is a first down for Hess. This will stop the clock, but there's only 10 seconds left to go.
And if the game plan for Shippensburg was to save as much time as possible. They certainly did not do so, because once it was shown as a second down, and now they've run out of time. Probably just content to run it down.
Your halftime score, AIC.
That's your halftime score. AIC behind Fatir Bell and Siddiqui Cohn. 21 points to Shippensburg's 3. We'll take the break, have some halftime stats on your screen for you, and when we come back in a few minutes, we'll see what comes of half number 2. Don't go anywhere. Clear for 2.5.
we're just going to keep playing football and just keep playing the way we are because we're playing really damn well.
Now, Oliver, you looking at the coach's perspective, and what do they need to do, and what have they done to make sure that AIC doesn't give up this halftime lead? Because they lead by 18. That's 2.5 possessions.
Absolutely. One thing this staff has talked to me about is the ability to make those in-game adjustments and have those quick conferences at the half. One thing that Shippensburg has done really well is play up in coverage and play that aggressive front. If you're AIC on offense, you want to try and get Cephas Williams out into some more space, give him some more open opportunities to feature more players like Fatir.
You got to put yourself in more manageable situations offensively so you don't face that as often, and you won't have to worry about sending your punter out there most of your possessions.
What do you guys want to see from that offense to get those in more manageable situations for Shippensburg?
For Shippensburg, they have to be able to get out in space a little bit more and deceive and try just anything different. Right now, AIC knows what they're doing. They could send 3, they could rush 2, and it wouldn't matter. If AIC gets home with 3, they can get home with anything.
And the defensive presence, the pressure of AIC's defense has been so effective at disrupting timing and disrupting the pass protection. That pass rush, when you have a good pass rush, it makes life on the linebackers and the defensive backs a lot easier.
Absolutely. These coaches talk to me, and they stress the importance of bringing back the black hole defense. When AIC made their NCAA tournament runs earlier in the 2010s, that black hole defense, that suffocating pressure, what you think of when you think of those old school Oakland Raiders defenses, the autumn winds and things like that. That's what AIC is trying to get back to, and they've had a really good start at that so far today.
Well, we'll get the third quarter, and it's going to be Shippensburg with a chance to get into this deficit. They trail by 18. They will have the ball first. Remember, they opened the game by deferring the option to the second half. They will take the option to receive it now, and we'll see whether it's Joey McCracken or Sam Stoner, neither of whom have really had any sort of success. You look at the 2 stat lines for the quarterbacks: 2 for 5 for 12 for McCracken, 2 for 4 for 9 for Stoner. And it's looking like, realistically, that this is going to have to start with the run game.
Absolutely. I mean, you've seen how important AIC's defensive line has been their presence in this game has been on full display here, and we're going to get to see that defense again here to start the second half.
And here we go. Second half is underway. It's a line drive kick that's fielded by Tanner Hess at the 5. And he gets met, breaks a tackle, and is down to the 25. And that is where the offense for the Raiders will begin. It's looking like it's Joey McCracken in the huddle, and so that's where they will begin. First down for Shippensburg after mustering just a measly total of 62 yards on offense.
For Shippensburg from their own 25-yard line.
We'll see what they can bring. They've got Joey McCracken at quarterback this drive. Josiah Leonard, this is really his first game as a workhorse. He's got 30 rushes in his career over 6 games. So that's 5 per contest if you want to do the math. First down, they will give it to Leonard.
For the Raiders, number 2,
and he gets up to the 26-yard line, a gain of 1. Leonard in this game has 8 carries now
1 yard
for
gain to the
24
26-yard
yards.
line, second and
That's
9
3 yards per carry.
Shippensburg.
And it just feels like they need to find a way to Shippensburg to wear down the AIC D-line.
I don't know how they're going to do that. They need to find ways almost to get around them and get their guys out in space a little bit. They're trying to get these plays over the middle and up and deep, and they're giving AIC's D-line time to rush after them.
The energy is impeccable with this team.
They got AIC to jump. This is going to be, well, hold on. They're going to blow it dead, which indicates to me that this is a false start.
If you see the umpire throw the flag there in the back, it usually indicates an offensive penalty.
Because AIC had a man jump. Was he induced? Yes, he was.
Ball
Yes, he
catch,
was.
Number 74.
He was
5
induced
yard
by
penalty.
number 74 to jump.
Remains. Second down.
That's Josh Waite, the redshirt sophomore, in his 11th career game out of Roaring Spring, Pennsylvania. Listed at 6'3", 285, and
The 5-yard penalty moves the ball back
that's
to
going
the
to
21-yard
yield a
line.
second and
It remains
14
second
now
down.
for
Now
Shippensburg.
14 yards to go.
When we look at this line, the first stringers, they got 2 freshmen making their first start. They got a couple of redshirt sophomores, and their most senior player on the line is Riley Curtin, the left tackle. They got Pritchard in motion again. They're going to snap it this time with McCracken to the left side, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Pritchard, and
for number 15, Kevin
there was
Pritchard.
a spy in the area in the form of Willie Wilson, who had himself a heck of a first half with a
The ball
blazing
remains at
hit.
the 21
Oh, yeah.
yard line.
and a pick
It's
on a deflection by Mo Diakite.
And that pick was a big momentum changer because that allowed AIC to drive down the field in their good field position and score to make it a 21-3 ball game.
You got to remember that within 5 minutes of each other, there was the long touchdown for Fatir Bell, there was the big hit by Wilson, and then the pick by Wilson. And that's a lot of what has contributed to this 21-3 lead. Now it's 3rd and long for Shippensburg, and they desperately need to convert here. They have not yet today. McCracken flushed out of the pocket, pressured by Tyson Thornton. He's going to roll to his right, throws down low, and it's incomplete.
The pass from Joey
He was
McCracken throws
looking
incomplete, intended
for the
number
wideout,
13,
Kareem Bryce, who
The incompletion
is a
brings
sophomore
up
out of
4th
Bethlehem,
down.
Pennsylvania.
4th and 14 yards
12th
to
career
go
game for
the
him,
21-yard line.
197 yards coming in.
In punt formation for the Raiders is
And
number
it's
41,
a
Taylor Luther. Back
3 and
to
out for the
Yellow
Raiders, and that
Jackets.
is exactly
Number
not what they
18,
needed.
Amin
And with that
Hicks.
incompletion, right, I mean, now they're 0 for 7 on 3rd down conversions. And when you're 0 for 7 on 3rd down conversions, you know your offense is not having a good day. And Shippensburg's offense has not done a good job this game.
The punt gets it off, just barely does. The punter, Tanner Luther, and it's retrieved at the 40 by Amin Hanks. He'll go to his right.
appears
Ryan Orr with the tackle, and that's where AIC will begin.
It may appears that his jersey was torn there. He's pulled down by the shirt tail, and
Now, I think that's under the jersey. That's the undershirt that he's got tailing him.
And
still,
one thing I'll say for Shippensburg on that 2nd down play, they actually had that blocked pretty well, but AIC had it. That's what happens when you can get home with 3. You can bracket 8 and force them to take that short pass. Even if they completed it, it wouldn't have mattered.
it's kind of their mentality.
So now it's Williams back at quarterback with Siddiqui Cone lined out to his right. Marcus Thurston, the all-rookie fullback, is in there as well. They will hand it off to Siddiqui Cone. He'll just go right up the middle with it and gain a few yards up to the 46. And the Yellow Jackets getting big plays in the run game.
On the tackle for Shippensburg.
And really, you have to credit AIC's offensive line because they have been excellent at imposing their will against this Shippensburg defensive line. They are getting the push up front, and they're getting big plays in the running game because of that, because of Cone's ball-carrying vision, as well as the offensive line's ability to block for both Williams and Cone.
4 of the 5 starting offensive linemen are freshmen and sophomores. There's Cone again. This one's blown up at the line of scrimmage. And a whole host of Raiders in there in the pile. Tyler Mazdia.
Shippensburg, number 43, Sam Emge, and number 95, Tyler Mazday.
And that'll be 3rd down and 5 the one senior player is Tremaine Guy, who is a grad transfer who started out his career at Howard, then spent time at Merrimack, and then most recently played in New Haven with the Southern Connecticut State Owls. Now on his 4th collegiate team at right tackle as a graduate student. 3 minutes plus gone by here in the third. Williams is going to step up. He's got room to run. He faked the pass forward well ahead of the line of scrimmage. Doesn't matter. He's got the first down. Eventually, he's brought down by Eli Gamish-Louis, but it's a first down with the legs for Cephas Williams, and more so than last year, Oliver. Cephas Williams is showing the ability to run.
I think he's had that ability there. He always liked to compare himself to a guy like Taysom Hill. I think the difference is just he's had more reps in a whole offseason where he still had to earn the job, but he's been preparing as if he was the guy. And you look at things a little bit different. And we talked about the mental side of things earlier, Joel, that there's a huge mental aspect to that that's benefited him here.
Absolutely.
From a yard in front of midfield, handoff goes to Cone. He slips a tackle, and he's got room on the left side. Double teamed, and still fires his way forward. He's down to the 43-yard line, and he's eventually brought down by Xavier Moore.
Inside the 45 to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 2nd and 4. The Yellow Jackets on the ground in the first half were pretty darn efficient. You look at yards per rush, 5.3 yards per carry for AIC.
If you're the offensive line coach and the running backs coach, that's nothing to scoff at right there. 5.3 yards on first down, you'll take that every single day of the week.
Offensive line coach Sean Lockett, Jeremy Crafts, and Jeff Pickard as they run forward and get some more yards with Siddiqui Cone.
He's down to the 41. Give it 3rd and 2.
For this coaching staff to do what they're doing, to come together in a short time, this so far, you have to be impressed if you're a Yellow Jackets fan with how this is going. All 3 phases of the game, you're getting everything you wanted and then some.
And I mean, the energy and the composure of AIC's players has been on full display, and Shippensburg hasn't played as disciplined as AIC this game, and that's also something to look at in the disparities with some of the personal fouls against Shippensburg in the first half.
3rd and 2. Give it to Cone. Slips through a tackle and is not going to pick this one up. He's down at about the 40.5-yard line, and it'll be
I think you go for it.
And, well, we'll see.
I think that here, if you're AIC, there's no risk in going for it right now. You know, you've got all the momentum on your side. It's 4th and short, and you're in Shippensburg territory. Worst case scenario, you don't pick it up. You give it to Shippensburg in their own territory. And the way your defense has been playing, I 100% think that this is a great call.
AIC went 1 for every 3 on 4th down last year.
Shippensburg's expecting a run.
They allowed 47.4% of conversions. It is a run, and it's converted. No. Siddiqui Cone looked like he had the yardage, but he stopped at the line of scrimmage. And a great tackle there by Sam Engie. And so AIC comes up empty on their opening trip to start the third.
The play results in a turnover on downs. The Raiders will take over on offense. First down, 10 yards to go.
And even on that play, we see what it takes Shippensburg to stop the run. They had to bring everyone up into the box. They made the play, but that's kind of showing us how the disparity in how these two teams have to play defense to get things to work. We keep going back to that offensive and defensive line. This is one of the most favorable matchups for AIC all year in terms of size and height, size and weight difference.
It'll be Shippensburg football from the 40 of their own half of the field. Joey McCracken at quarterback. And they got a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Josiah Leonard. He's going to go right into the line, and this is what Shippensburg needs. It's a gain of 5, make it 6 for Josiah Leonard. And
on the tackle for AIC, number 44,
you're looking, I think, here, if you're Shippensburg, to do what AIC is doing to you and wear down the line. And
from the 45-yard line.
That's probably the best first down run that we have seen from Shippensburg today.
And it's pivotal. It is absolutely pivotal And I think that the momentum or the mindset that you need to have as an offense is you need 1 first down, and then you can build off of that, get a few more after.
Play action. They got the tight end. They got the first down. To the 41 goes to Griffin Patterson. The Towson transfer has his first career catch.
Now, at what point, if you're AIC and their defense, do they start sending pressure? They are kind of playing, their linebackers are almost playing a little bit positionless, and Shippensburg hasn't been able to deal with that yet. Let's see if they can get something here on this drive. High snap.
High snap handled, and it's a handoff to Hess, who goes into the pile and gains a yard. And coming out of the pile is Michael Grant with the tackle.
On the tackle for AIC, number
Question
9,
for you,
Michael
Joel, now with
Grant.
Shippensburg on plus-sided territory for
1
them.
yard
Is
gain
it
to
4-down
the 40-yard
territory for
line,
them?
2nd and
Because they
9
kind of
for
need to score a
Shippensburg.
touchdown at some point.
Absolutely. This is a pivotal drive, and really, I think this is a touchdown or bust drive for Shippensburg.
Under 7 to play here in the third quarter. McCracken, another high snap. Is going to hand it off to Tanner Hess. He gets tripped up by Mark Wright Woodhouse, and there was nobody within 2 yards of Wright Woodhouse, and that saved a couple of yards. It's a third down and longer than they would like for Shippensburg.
And even on that play, he sort of ran into the block and made it and gave Wright Woodhouse an easier lane, an easier line.
And Wright Woodhouse is listed at 6'1", 185 pounds, and he's making some very good tackles here on defense. Tackling like he's 200 pounds.
I'd say more than that.
Maybe even.
Hess the back. McCracken to throw. Here comes Michael Grant. That's got to be a penalty. It's not going to be. Here is a catch for Tanner Hess. He's down to the 35. It'll be 4th down and 4 when all is said and done.
Michael Grant was definitely held on that play. He was kind of grabbed in that horse collar area, just a little bit below, and
they're wasting no time for this one. 4th down and 4. 36.8% a year ago. This is their first attempt on 4th. Quick swing to the right side. Carson Swartz out of bounds. He did not get it.
Nope, he did not.
Mark Wright Woodhouse with the final tackle. And AIC does to Shippensburg what Shippensburg did unto them.
Nice series by Mark Wright Woodhouse, making 2 critical plays on that 2nd down on the tackle for on Hess, and the 4th down stop.
I also credit the tackle to Marquise Lundy. And these are very different 4th downs, guys. AIC did it because they were in a short yardage position. Shippensburg did it because they were in an urgency position.
Definitely.
First down for Cephas Williams. Play action. He's going to roll to his right. Throw it over the middle. He's got his man wide open. Inside the 45 goes Devin Arthur, Oliver. You wanted him getting involved, and there he is.
He's been a big part of this AIC team, and he needs to be, especially as they get closer to playing teams like Ferris State and get into NE10 play. Big to see him get on the board here, even up 18. He needs to get involved, and he got one there.
And he's definitely going to be a playmaker if they can get him involved. And really, Williams having a big target like Arthur is really going to help him in the passing game, knowing that he has a safety valve.
It was a pickup of 25 for Devin Arthur. Quick swing. Siddiqui Cone into the line, brought down from behind. A good tackle by the top of the lineman, Cordell Brown. And it'll result in a loss of 1.
That's been one of Shippensburg's best defensive plays of the game outside of the forced fumble.
Yeah, Shippensburg's defense has largely been ineffective at stopping this AIC offense.
It feels like if Shippensburg gets you in space, they have a chance. But if you get in their face, they haven't had as much of a chance.
AIC still has not had the big run that Siddiqui Cone produced a few times last year. They got Brian LaFrance in motion as the snap is faked. Williams going to step up, and there's the first sack of the game, and
Horse
that's
collar.
not going to count.
That's a horse collar.
Definitely tackled in between the shoulder pads on the backside. That's going to be a horse collar tackle and a personal foul on Shippensburg.
Personal foul, face mask, number 9.
Or face mask, excuse me.
15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic First down.
Either way, it's 15 yards and a first down for AIC, and the penalties coming at the worst possible moments.
And I mean, you got to look at it like
The penalty moves the ball inside.
Shippensburg has had multiple personal fouls in this game. The difference, they've given up so many chunks of 15 yards for the offense, and really, Shippensburg's defense hasn't been playing disciplined football, and it's hard to play disciplined football when you're down, but you've got to play more disciplined than that.
8 penalties for 80 yards. Very high snap brought down by Cephas Williams. Handoff to Siddiqui Cohn, and he musters a couple.
On the carry for the Yellow Jackets.
And he's brought down by T.J. Wagner.
I know it's not hockey season, but that's one of the biggest saves of the day from Cephas Williams right there.
Cohn inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. 3-yard gains. 2nd and 7 for the Yellow Jackets.
And now if you're AIC, you obviously want to get the first down, but they've had a few drives where they've been kicked out of field goal range, and they need to just keep adding on to what they have at bare minimum.
And it's been, you talked about, Oliver, penalties, one of their 2 penalties costing them field goal range, and then sloppy plays at the edge. We'll see what they can do here. It's 2nd down and 7 from the 24-yard line. Williams is going to throw for it. No, he's not. He's going to run for it. He breaks one tackle, breaks another, and slides down. He's eventually going to get credited with being down for a couple. Nate Myers, the tackle.
And Williams' mobility on display right there. He lowers his shoulder and he picks up a few yards. And as a team, that's the play. Those are the plays that you love to see your quarterback make. Your quarterback doing what your offensive line has been doing, what your running back's been doing. Williams has been imposing his will on Shippensburg's defense today.
Cephas Williams has 7 carries for 30 yards. 10 seconds on the play clock. AIC is going to have to call for time here. As 5 seconds to go, 3, 2, they're not going to get this off, are they? Just barely they do. And they are so discombobulated and it results in a sack. The first sack of the game for real this time. Ty Millihimes in his first career game has a sack. And there is a Raider down. It'll be 4th down, but the concern right now is Javon M. Cruz, who is down on the field.
Absolutely. It looked like if you're Coach Chipka, that's one of the few plays you look at film review tomorrow or on Monday with the team, and as a staff, you probably think, man, we could have called a timeout there. And if you're a player there, it's not what you want to see.
No, and if they at least called the timeout, they would have had a chance to recompose themselves and figure out how they wanted to convert the 3rd and long situation.
But then again, if you're this staff, you want to see how everything goes. You also don't mind seeing your players get that in-game experience, so then maybe when you play a Ferris State, a St. Anselm, Southern Connecticut State, Ferris State in the next few weeks, you have a little bit more of it in the back of my mind of, oh, I should probably call timeout here.
Definitely. I mean, the opening game, definitely a learning experience for the coaches on both sides.
Better to learn plus 18 than minus 18 in terms of score.
Whoa! Number 8, Penn State trails Bowling Green 24-20 entering the second half.
This field goal attempt would be from about 45 yards out.
44 to be precise. Good snap, good hold. The kick is way short.
And it's off to the left.
Altitude short, angle wide, and it is no good. And so AIC comes up empty, and it just feels like you're talking about the black hole. It feels kind of like a black hole when they get to the 30, 40-yard region of Shippensburg territory.
It looked like the hold there was also a little bit off from Jason Levin. Like he had to adjust more than he wanted to, and I think Santana probably ran out of time a little bit.
One of the most important jobs on special teams is the holder, because the holder is responsible for not only fielding snaps, low or high snaps, but also making sure that the laces are facing outward, so that way the kicker can make good contact with the football. The holder is a huge part of what makes the kicker's job easier or harder.
So takeover for Shippensburg from the 27. McCracken eludes the rush, goes to his left. He finds his man Stokes and works his way out to about the 35-yard line before being pushed out by Wilson. It'll be 2nd down and 2 coming up.
And you saw
7-yard gain to
McCracken on the
34-yard
scramble
line,
drill.
2nd and 3
When you're
for
on a scramble,
Shippensburg.
when you see your quarterback in the scramble drill as a receiver, you want to move with your quarterback to give him more options as he's scrambling to his left or to his right in order to have a chance to complete a pass and get yardage.
Screaming in on the 1 minute to go mark of the 3rd quarter as McCracken is going to induce a penalty on his own team.
Offside.
Penalty marker on the field.
Well, we'll see who they call it. Somebody jumped.
It looked like AIC from my vantage point jumped first. Of course, I very well could be wrong.
Offside.
Good call.
It is on
Defense,
AIC.
Number 91. 5-yard penalty. That penalty results in a 1st down.
So a 1st down by penalty against Jacine Jacobs. And we'll move the ball to the 44.
The 5-yard penalty moves the ball up to the 39-yard
Or 39,
line.
excuse me.
1st down Raiders.
They had already done the
1st and
math
10 yards to go.
for me. Clock continues to run. 1st down for Joey McCracken and the Raiders. They got the tight end Pritchard in motion. Play action. Right side dropped.
AIC.
That's in and out of the hands of Gavin Pritchard. He's got to have that.
Absolutely. That one just slipped through his fingers. That one was right there on the money for him to get some yardage, but he just couldn't corral it.
And we talked about Willie Wilson all game. Willie Wilson came off the edge and forced McCracken to alter a little bit, but that's one that Pritchard absolutely has to have.
Willie Wilson's been having a game today.
I would say Willie Wilson and Ben Lazo have been 2 of my favorites so far for AIC.
Absolutely.
2nd and 10. 34 seconds to go. Deep drop from McCracken. That's intentional grounding, I think. There is nobody in the area.
And it was not at the line of scrimmage. The ball has to cross the line of scrimmage.
Joey McCracken's pass falls.
Tanner Hess was maybe 10 yards away. I can't imagine.
That should be intentional grounding
Still a
on.
foul for intentional dropping. There was a receiver in the area.
There was.
It's going to be 3rd down.
There was. They were being fairly generous there, but they've also called that consistently. If you're an AIC fan, you haven't exactly seen AIC get pressured like Shippensburg has been pressured all game, so they maybe don't have a frame of reference either.
The criteria for intentional grounding would be if you're inside the pocket, no receivers in the area, and the ball doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. So
Well, if you're AIC, get this stop, and it doesn't matter.
Michael Grant, or excuse me, Sean Bell was applying the pressure. 3rd down and 10. McCracken, another deep drop back, has to roll to his right, pursued by Grant. He's got him! Down to the 21, a loss of 18, and Michael Grant has AIC's 1st sack, the 6th of his career.
And Michael Grant last season, he actually led the team in sacks. He had 4.5 sacks last year for this AIC defense. But there's a penalty marker.
Oh, goodness. The clock's down to 4 seconds. What could this be?
This is a sideline warning against AIC. That's their 1st of the game.
Wow.
In fairness, like half of the AIC team was on the field or near the side, so you kind of understand that one a little bit.
You can, but we'll continue this conversation because the clock is hit triple zeros for the 3rd quarter. I know you guys got a lot to say, but I also think we should take a breath, shouldn't we? We got the 4th quarter coming up. No score was recorded in the 3rd quarter as the score remains 21-3 in favor of the AIC Yellow Jackets as the final 15 on its way in Springfield.
If you
An immediate punt to start the fourth quarter for Shippensburg after a huge sack, and Michael Grant ending up with a 17-yard sack.
Was not a phenomenal punt either not a phenomenal punt. Because AIC is going to take over at midfield.
Wow. That was I think that's a generous spot, to be completely honest with you.
It looked like that side judge that side official saw it roll out and kind of roll back in. And there's a lot of people over there too.
Reminds me of like a ground ball in baseball that you hit foul but has enough spin on it to swing back fair.
Or like a high chop, like a Baltimore chop, where it goes up and down and you don't know what to do with it.
Certainly an interesting analogy.
Hey, baseball season ain't over yet. Williams, quick throw out of the reach of LaFrance, and it's dropped. The pick was right there for DJ Jackson. It was in his breadbasket.
Jackson should have had that interception.
That was the first genuinely bad throw that Cephas Williams has made all game.
And that would have been a huge change of momentum in favor of Shippensburg, but lucky for AIC that he just seemed to look upfield before he caught that pass.
Shippensburg fans file that one away for the remainder of this game. They're going to keep it on the ground with Siddiqui Cohn. He's got nothing to do with this one.
On the carry for the Yellow Jackets,
back to the line of scrimmage, and the entire D line for the Raiders getting in there.
I think
by the way, just real quick, it's good to see Luke Hines back in the game.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
I think if you're AIC, you're almost okay with that. You're almost okay with them stacking the box, because now you're maybe setting up either a play action or something deeper, because they're having to rush this many just to get pressure.
Two receivers out to the right. Fake it. Throw left side. Broken up.
And that was
DJ Jackson doesn't get the INT, but he gets the PBU, and for what it's worth, he's going to give his team the football back in all likelihood.
The incomplete pass brings up fourth down.
DJ Jackson does somewhat redeem himself, but it was a PBU and not the interception he could have had earlier. But still, Shippensburg will get another opportunity on offense. We'll see how good Fonseca can, how much hang time Fonseca can get on this punt.
Oh, this is a good one.
Good
Ty Neal. It takes a friendly bounce for AIC. Neal fields it, fumbles the football. It's picked up by J.J. Gonzalez. Another massive play for J.J., and he's inside the 20. He had a pick six against New Haven last year and makes his mark on the box score here in the fourth quarter against Shippensburg.
And Gonzalez actually scored AIC's only defensive touchdown last season, which was that pick six, aforementioned pick six against New Haven.
Now, how big is that dropped pick for DJ Jackson?
That is a huge dropped interception, because if he gets the interception, in all likelihood, Shippensburg gets the ball near midfield, or they get it in plus territory. But because of that muff punt and the fumble, AIC just gets another opportunity, and Shippensburg just shoots themselves in the foot once again.
Instant red zone. Omari Hutchison lined up behind Amin Hanks. First down, Williams looking to the end zone. He's lifting it for Hanks, and it's overthrown. He was doubled out there on the way out by Mike Fayemi and Josh Lassane, but Williams electing to roll the dice on first down. And again, for AIC's purposes, this is playing with house money right now.
Absolutely.
At bare minimum, you have to get 3 here. And obviously, they need you obviously want 7, but they have to get 3. You want to see Santana Fonseca knock one through, and just see this team continue to get distance on an opponent.
But preferably, you'd want to see Fonseca come out to kick the extra points and not field goals.
Absolutely, but you always want your kicker to have confidence too.
Siddiqui Cohn right up the gut, gets maybe a yard. Cordell Brown with the stop.
Number 92, Cordell Brown.
And if it does come down to it, Fonseca, he did miss his earlier field goal attempt from 44 yards, but if they were to not pick, if AIC was to not pick up the first down here, it would be a closer field goal attempt for Fonseca. and obviously AIC would not want, isn't saying let's make it an easier field goal. They want the first down here. They're in the driver's seat of this game, no question about that.
They're also in the driver's seat of the clock right now, which they're letting bleed out. There's 8 seconds left on the play clock. 13:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Timeout, AIC. Well, down to 4 seconds on the play clock. They took it, and AIC will snatch their first timeout.
That is their first timeout of the half.
So, guys, kind of wrapping up where'd the music go? Kind of wrapping up the third quarter. For both teams, really, they had no chance to get any sort of momentum, feels like. I mean, Shippensburg, they started with the football, couldn't convert, and then in that drop pick by DJ Jackson, that fumble on the return by Ty Neal, AIC's getting their chances, but on their end, they kind of stalled out on offense too, and as kind of this program builds its offense around Dan Chipka's regime, I feel like fans would want to see more in the way of adding on points.
Absolutely, but to make the pun here, for Coach Chipka and this team, you have to learn how to sail through choppy seas a little bit. You have to learn how to get through adversity. Yes, you want to see your team putting guys like Fatir Bell on the positive side of the Moss highlight reel, but this team has to learn how to deal with adversity, and it's good for them to get this challenge today. And how can they respond here?
And learn and make the adjustments in future games going forward.
It'll be 3rd down and 10 from the 20. Siddiqui Coe in the back. Williams will play action this one. He's going to roll to his right, clears the initial bunch, and throws it away. This will be a field goal try.
Smart play.
For Santana Fonseca.
4th and 10 from the 20-yard line.
It'll be a 35-yard try from here. There's no way they go for this, right?
They would.
There's no way.
I believe it'd be a 37-yard attempt from this spot.
I mean,
but high 30s, that's the offense, guys. I'm not seeing things wrong, correct? I just want to make sure.
You are seeing things very correctly. That is the offense.
I'm not quite.
You're also up by 18 with 12:59 left. You have enough confidence in your defense. You also want to see if it's try and get something, because this AIC offense has been stagnant for a little bit.
Play clock at 5. They're going to snap it on 4th and 10. Williams is just going to throw it over the middle. He's got Giovanni Brown. There's no way. There's no way. I think he might have gotten there. He did. To the 10.
And Andrew, that's why Dan Chipka's the head coach, and we're up here.
Exactly.
I mean, that was just, you don't expect. I certainly wasn't expecting that, and I certainly don't think either you, Andrew, or Oliver, I don't think you guys were expecting that.
Couple of things really.
Shippensburg.
Couple of things here. There is an injury down for Shippensburg that is Xavier Moore, who is down and injured. But, you know, I can't help but think converting on 4th and 10 inside the red zone might, for all intents and purposes, just about do it. For this game.
Let's not take that unnecessary journey yet. Shippensburg has shown the ability to hang with AIC in the second half a little bit, as they've made some good adjustments. And if you're AIC, you're doing this because you want a touchdown. You're staying on the field until you score.
Coaches want this.
And this is what we see in the NFL. You see coaches go for it on these fourth and indeterminate lengths where you think field goal would make sense. But no, analytics says go for it.
And the offense, they have trust in their offense, and it paid off on that fourth down play.
And as I said, that's why we're up here calling the game and not coaching it.
Thankfully.
First and goal. Siddiqui Cone up the middle, gains a couple.
And I want to go back to that fourth down. The staff did a great job on that play call because they had Siddiqui Cone wide open on the backside, and Cephas could have gone either way and still probably picked it up.
It does appear that Siddiqui Cone was on a wheel route on the left sideline, and
he was uncovered.
So Williams had options, but he did end up making a good decision because of Giovanni Brown being able to pick up a first down.
Omari Hutchinson in motion. Williams is going to take off with his own legs, go down to the 5. It'll be third down and goal from the 5-yard line.
Tackle for Shippensburg, number 95, Tyler Mesday.
Credit the tackle to, as you could hear, Jonathan Barton over the PA, the excellent public address announcer that has announced AIC ice hockey for many years, congratulating him on his new gig as the PA announcer for Quinnipiac ice hockey, both men's and women's.
He is a great PA announcer. He does an amazing job here, and you get to see that. He's a lot of fun to listen to.
Yes, he is. Great guy, too. Third and goal from the 6. Williams is going to throw for it. He'll go to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Amin Hanks.
Complete to number 18, Amin Hanks. 6 yards in the AIC touchdown.
The first of his career puts AIC up by 24.
Santana Fonseca into attempt the point after from the hold of Jason 11.
Hanks had only 2 receptions last year, so he's already gotten half of that on that catch.
Not a bad way to start your season.
Nope.
And the kick up and good. Fonseca has converted. It is an eerie score for New England fans, 28-3, but with 10:39 to go, AIC with a 4-possession lead, looking to run out the remainder of the 10:39 on the game clock as they lead the Shippensburg Raiders, guys.
Kickoff is at noon.
And I mean, you can see the Shippensburg huddle on your screen right now, folks. What has got to be going through the minds of the Shippensburg offense? Because they have had close to no answers today.
And I think, as a player, when you're trailing, when you're facing a large deficit like this, when I played, we faced quite a few large deficits like this. And as an offense and as a team, you feel deflated. You know, you clearly do not have the same momentum that you had to start the game, and it's just disheartening to be down this much, and it's really hard. But, you know, it's just about finishing the game with pride and finishing this game and digging down deep into your heart and into your soul to figure out how you're going to finish this game, whether you're going to fold up and give up or just keep fighting until the final whistle blows.
With the pooch kick.
And a pooch kick is fielded by the linebacker, Nate Myers.
Number 57, Nate Myers.
Short of the 25, it looked like.
No, at the 25.
I mean,
well, let's see where they put the ball, unless he... All right, folks. They're exchanging footballs, and the spot will be... Yeah, you're right, Oliver. It's going to be the 23.
So, you like to see that if you're Santana Fonseca and very highly energetic special teams coach Dan Wallman. He's, for those who may not be able to see him on the sidelines, he's wearing black and yellow with lightning shades, and
we'll try and get a photo posted on social media after the game.
And those glasses certainly represent the energy that Dan Woolman brings to this special teams and the linebackers.
So they have moved it to the 25 as per rule because of the fair catch. And that's where McCracken and company will begin. Josiah Leonard the back. 1st and 10. McCracken goes to his right. He's got a man. It's caught. And out to the 31 goes the
Joey
wideout
McCracken's
Marcus
foul
Sweeney
coming
with
to number
his first
88,
career
Marcus
catch.
Sweeney.
And Hassan Jacobs making that tackle.
But if
On
you're,
the tackle
you're
for
AIC at this
AIC
point in the
number
game,
1,
you are more than
Jacobs.
happy to let these small little outs and things go.
2nd and 4 from the 31.
Probably best suited protecting the sidelines more than anything. You want this clock to bleed out as there's just north of 10 minutes to go. McCracken has nowhere to go, but he escapes. He's going to stay on his feet and slide down. He
Joey
started the
McCracken,
slide
the
at the
quarterback
20 or the 34, 33 yard line, and it'll be 3rd and short coming up.
And really, as you said with these
McCracken
short
slides
passes,
down at the
really
34
AIC's
yard
defense
line.
just wants to sit back, and
Just shy
they're
of the
fine
line
with
to
saying,
gain.
look, we're fine with giving up these 5 to 6 yard throws, because you're not going to do any, you're really not going to make much ground up. You need big chunks down the field.
And on that play in particular, I'll give credit to McCracken where it's due. He saw the defensive ends for AIC get too far up, and he just got the simple run, and that's going to lead them to the first down on this next
Josiah
play.
Leonard grabs 4 yards as he's tackled by Sean Bell and Chris Chasia. Chris Chasia, we have not called his name yet much today, but want to talk about him. He was all rookie last year, having 68 tackles, including 6 for loss over 11 games. The junior academically redshirt sophomore on the field as McCracken takes the snap on first down from the 38. Quick underneath, and about a half dozen yards for Josiah Leonard.
To Josiah Leonard.
And again, AIC is just more than content to just let the Shippensburg offense get these short gains
2nd and 5
and
from the 43.
just keep everything in front of them and not allow a big play. Allows them to sit back a little bit.
Absolutely, and it's not very often, and they get a false start.
Penalty markers on the field.
And just more undisciplined play
55.
by the Shippensburg Raiders. That is their 9th penalty for 85 yards. AIC, by the way, was in the top 20 last year in terms of fewest penalties and fewest penalty
2nd
yards.
and 10 for the Raiders from
Discipline.
the 38-yard line.
And you can see it, the product there today. They just have 3 penalties for 25.
And
McCracken, 2nd down and 10. The 5-yard gain by Leonard undone, and he darts it
The pass from Joey McCracken
in the area
falls
of Tanner
incomplete,
Hess.
intended for number
Good
6,
pressure
Tanner
coming
Hess.
from the defensive
coverage for
linemen,
AIC,
Jacine
number
Jacobs
6,
and
Tyson
Eric Jennings.
Johnson.
absolutely, Jacobs almost had a coverage sack there from
The
McCracken.
ball
Wanted to get a
remains
little
at
more
the
aggressive.
38-yard line. It's 3rd down.
But AIC's made McCracken throw against essentially 7 or 8 guys all game long, and that's really tough to do for anyone.
3rd down and 10, 8 minutes on the dot to go. They're going to have to throw for this one. Here comes Wright Woodhouse. Pass is caught nicely by Sweeney. He's going to be tackled short by Jacine Jacobs. But a great job by McCracken to get the throw off as Mark Wright Woodhouse was in his face. And they're obviously going to go for it here on 4th and 2.
This is do or die territory. With this deficit, regardless of where you are in the field, on Shippensburg, you've got to go for it on 4th down.
And Ben
every
Lazo
single
and
time.
Chris Chasia back into the game here to provide some after they got a little bit of rest.
Certainly will help with defensive pressure.
4th down. McCracken pressured, and here's Chasia.
McCracken
There he is.
by number 10, Chris Chasia.
Right up the fly.
This defense today, and really this whole team, has been amazing in terms of, we were talking about this a minute or two ago, the discipline and the composure. As you mentioned, top 20 in penalties and in fewest. Really, you're seeing that. You're seeing the discipline and the composure that AIC has, and it does help to have a 25-point lead, but, I mean,
They've been doing this all game.
absolutely. And really, the composure and the discipline from AIC, I can't credit Dan Chipka and his coaching staff enough for that. They've been doing an amazing job with that this whole game, as well as the energy.
And while Chipka is the new head coach, they have a lot of he's returned a lot of the staff from last year as well.
Here is Judah Fartley, who gains a couple. May not see Siddiqui Kone again this game. 22 catches for 86 yards, or 22 carries for 86 yards and a touchdown. Fatir Bell has had a fantastic day. 3 grabs, 89 yards, 2 touches. Amin Hanks, 2 catches for 25 in his first career score.
That actually does tie his season high, or his season total last year. I believe he had 2 receptions last year, so he's already tied that in the first game of the season.
Well, according to my notes, he had, yes, you're right. He has 3 career catches for 24 yards as Williams continues to work, clock continues to roll.
This is
AIC from the 38. Vartley again. Oh, he's got some room, but he stumbled. That was tripped up at the line. Looked like one of the front linemen might have been
across the 35, tripped up near
Trevor
the
Watts,
33-yard line.
number 86, the freshman from Hagerstown, Maryland.
3rd and 5 for AIC.
But the clock continues to roll.
And if you're AIC, this is exactly what you want. You want to bleed the clock. You want to take as much time off the clock. And kind of sounds cliche, but even with the big lead, you don't want to give Shippensburg a lot of time to do anything because you never know what's going to happen.
You also want to prevent injuries and get out of this game healthy, too.
Absolutely.
You want to think about some of the big plays of this game, and that's going to be a delay of game. AIC will happily take it.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
And you look at some of the big plays in this game, and I can't help but think about the free play to Fatir Bell back in the first quarter where he gained 36 yards. I think about, the 2 touchdowns that he's had, including the one where he mossed his defender. And then, the dropped pick by DJ Jackson, and immediately thereafter the fumble on the punt return by Ty Neal.
You know what play stands out to me the most? The tackle on the long kick return for Shippensburg by Justin Jacobs.
Handoff, Vartley squeezes his way through and gains a fair amount before being brought down by Josh Lassane.
And what you were talking about with these offensive playmakers for AIC, when we talked to Dan Chipka earlier, the head coach, he said that he wanted to distribute the ball to the playmakers, and I would say that he's done a great job doing that in this game, and really going forward, that's what he wants to continue to do. He wants to keep getting the ball into the hands of his playmakers. Cone, he wants to get the ball into the hands of Hicks. He wants to get the ball into the hands of Hicks, Bell, and LaFrance, and even Devin Arthur.
Williams to throw. He's got Hicks underneath. He's going to turn the corner and gets brought down. Nice tackle to force 4th down by Gabe Benjamin. From here, it'll be...
That was 4th down.
Was it 4th? Oh, yeah, it was 4th down.
Which, if you're Coach Chipka, they got one of those long ones literally, the drive before this one. So you take the chance there.
4:22 to go.
Can this offense at least show a little bit of life and do something positive to end this game off going into next week?
Andre Weidman is the running back. McCracken will throw for it on 1st down. He's got time. He goes underneath to the aforementioned Weidman. He is brought down after a fair gain. And the tackle to Ja'Kai Stith. Ja'Kai Stith kind of buried in the depth charts last year, but has found himself an increasing role here in his sophomore year.
2nd down from
the 36-yard line. Love to see the involvement from all these defensive players.
McCracken to throw it again. Just a 3-man rush outside. It's caught and a tackle by Jamin Bryant. Gains a couple. He wants a horse collar there. Not going to get it. Tyson Thornton brought him down.
And for Shippensburg, you're looking to get something, points, anything, positive momentum, because they play the next 3 games at home
The ball spotted
against
at the
Clarion,
36-yard
Slippery
line.
Rock,
It is
and
third
a good
down.
Shepherd
Third
team
and
over the next
7
3
yards to
weeks,
go.
you're wanting to get something positive because they're going to be playing in front of these loud and very faithful fans. They've traveled a lot of people here today. They're looking to get anything positive to build off of in this fourth quarter.
3rd and 7. McCracken got the first down. It's Pritchard across midfield
To number 15, Gavin Pritchard.
to the 48. He picks up 16.
And that pass was just out of the reach of Mackay Gamble. If that pass was a few inches lower, Mackay Gamble probably has an interception right there. But as it is, it's a first down for
On the tackle
Shippensburg.
for AIC, number 36, Elon Houston. First down, Shippensburg, 10 yards to go from the AIC 48.
AIC getting set on defense as McCracken throws again. This might result in a hold, no flag, and the throw incomplete. He was looking at the far side for Alex Roof.
80, Alex Roof.
And Jeanette was applying the
The
pressure there.
incompletion
And
brings up
Jeanette
second
was
and
applying
10
the
from
pressure.
the AIC 48.
And it does appear that there was a hold that the referees missed, but it's now second down.
At this point, I think it's more the case of the egregious stuff is going to get called. It's the end of game kind of environment, atmosphere here.
I'm pretty sure AIC started this game with not as many fans in the crowd. They've really grown their fan base here over these past few quarters, and their play is shown.
That's what happens when you put 28 up on the board. Pass caught by Weidman, breaks a tackle from 1, and then is eventually brought down
Joey
by
McCracken's
Stiff
pass
and
complete to
Gonzalez.
number 26,
But
Andre
inbounds, and so
Weidman.
this will likely take it down to the 2-minute timeout.
On
2:15
the
to
tackle
go.
for AIC, number 36, Elon Houston.
Not only the 28 points that
Long at the 44-yard
the
line,
AIC's
it
put up,
is
but
third
defensively
down, 6
only
yards to
allowing
go.
Shippensburg to get 3 points.
And this is really in like kind of prevent defense. There's a 2. Kind of in this protect defense. This is really the best drive that Shippensburg has put together today. We will take a 60-second break, be back to close things out here on Flow Football from
This
Springfield.
is the 2-minute timeout.
Out of the 2-minute timeout, 3rd and 6 for Joey McCracken. Pass caught, that's Pritchard. He stays on his feet. The tough tight end has to get 4 men to bring him down. And eventually he is brought down by a whole host of Yellow Jackets, including Carlos Calle.
On the tackle for AIC, number 15, JJ
And
Ellen Houston.
And Andrew, what's interesting is that these two teams last played in 2017 at Shippensburg, and Shippensburg won that game 41-7. It's been 7 years since they played, but I mean, what a turnaround this has been.
This would be AIC's first win in history over Shippensburg too as a program. They came in down 0-2 against them.
I mean, 25 points is certainly not a win to scoff at.
McCracken gains a couple.
No, and I mean, if you're a fan of NE10 football, as this conference goes in, does this result mean the NE10 will get 2 or 3 teams in? No, but seeing what some could argue is one of the depth teams in the NE10
Second and 9
beat a
for
team
Shippensburg.
pick to finish where Shippensburg was, it is a good sign for the conference, and it could also mean maybe AIC has more to look forward to than they were prognosticated to.
McCracken has green grass in front of him, swings by 1, but is tackled by Kaye. Brought down at the 25-yard line, 80 seconds to go, and now Shippensburg will grab timeout.
Probably just trying to.
Timeout, Shippensburg. This is their first time out of the hat.
They probably just want to save some time to try and at least get a touchdown here and just get something positive going.
You got to get that positive momentum. You both have been talking about it all day, and it just means so much to think about. I mean, the result is no longer in question, but the psychological difference between being 1-0, 0-1, and 0-1 without a touchdown. Because you can even split that 0-1 into 2 separate categories, guys.
For sure.
Absolutely. And or if you're Shippensburg, they don't get this on fourth. Do you just on third? You just kick the field goal and go for the onside kick? Let everyone get some practice.
No, I'm going for it here. I cannot imagine that this very experienced staff, Mike Burkett, the defensive coordinator in his 23rd season, Keywan Ware, just in his second as the OC, but and Mac Macheski in his 24th season with the program, they all have the experience, and so they can get it done. And I would say, and I just happen to say that you can play for every yard. You got to play for every point.
Well, regardless, you just want to go for you want to get 6.
Yeah, see, sends
McCracken, there is the blitz. He's not able to get down, and it's dropped.
Joey McCracken's pass falls incomplete.
Good pressure from a couple of AIC linebackers and defensive ends. Jadis Chanette.
Really, it doesn't matter.
Carlos Calle.
Really, it doesn't matter who's getting the pressure. The pressure has just been there almost this entire game, and it's just, you just see McCracken trying to buy some time, and that's just due to the pressure, and it makes the defensive backs' jobs a lot easier, as I mentioned earlier in the game.
McCracken, 4th down, loss. It wants a touchdown, and it's incomplete. He was looking
for number 13, Kareem Bryce.
For Kareem Bryce with Marquise Lundy in coverage, 13 on 13, and that should just about do it.
Take a knee and run this clock out.
Well, guys, if Dan Shipka wanted to make a statement in his first game as interim head coach, how do you rate this one?
I'd rate this a 10 out of 10 because not only was the offense clicking and they made big plays, but also the ability of the defensive line to get pressure and to be able to make the defensive backs' jobs easier on the coverage. The defense has played great. The offense has played great.
Lucas Casco in at quarterback.
Casco, the backup quarterback, had to make a few starts last year due to injury to Cephas Williams. Go ahead, Joel.
But, I mean, yeah, the offense and the defense has been playing great this whole game. And I think he's made an amazing statement here. He's shown that this team is coming to play every Saturday, Friday night, whenever they're playing. They're going to come out and they're going to play hard. They're going to come out with energy, and certainly Dan Woolman helps with that with his fun glasses.
And his energy. You were watching defensive warm-ups, and I could see you getting fired up.
I was getting fired up, and I wasn't even in the pads.
You said to me that it would take a lot to get you back into those pads.
Correct.
Hey, I see. Anthony Posey has a carry.
Number 27, Anthony Posey.
Anthony Posey, by the way, you may remember 2 years ago against St. Anselm had a punt block that resulted in a touchdown for the Yellow Jackets. In a game that AIC lost 27-20, as it is. The final score here, 28 for AIC, 3 for Shippensburg. And you guys said it. Statement made. 10 out of 10, and there is the Gatorade bath. Actually, might just be water. The Powerade bath for Dan Shipka in his first coach game as a head coach. He gets his team a big victory over a Division II opponent.
A 4-score differential is nothing to scoff at. That's something to build on for next week, and really, I think that this team's got a lot of good things going for them in the coming weeks.
I would absolutely agree with that. The depth this team has showed on offensive line, defensive line. Cephas Williams had plenty of time to throw and do what he's wanted to do for most of the game. That, to me, is the biggest thing to keep an eye on as this team goes to face Southern Connecticut State next week on the road. In 2 weeks, they'll be back here against a good St. Anselm team at home. Then they get a test against Fair State, who this coaching staff has said they look forward to seeing this year. They know they're one of the best. AIC is trying to show that they belong with anybody. And what better way to start than with the statement on that scoreboard right there.
Well, guys, a couple of totals here this afternoon. AIC totals 291 yards of offense. 28 points. Career broadcast after playing a year of football at Westfield State, guys. I don't know, but I think he sounds like a natural and he's got a future in this industry. My name is Andrew Sood saying so long. We'll talk to you soon. AIC wins tonight's game 28-3.